If you could just introduce yourself to the jury.
My name is Hannah Miner. I'm a crime scene investigator with the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been a crime scene investigator with the Orange County Sheriff's Office?
Since January of 2022.
And if you could just give the jury a little bit of your background as far as training experience that enables you to hold that position.
I have a bachelor's degree in forensic science from the University of Central Florida. I also have a master's in pharmacy with a concentration in forensic science from the University of Florida. And I'm currently working on a doctorate in forensic science from Oklahoma State University. In addition to that, I am a certified crime scene analyst with the International Association for Identification.
What is the role, if you could just explain to the jury, what is the role of a crime scene investigator?
We are notified to respond out to crime scenes. We document those crime scenes with photos, notes, sometimes measurements. We'll document evidence, collect evidence, process that evidence, package that evidence, forward the evidence to its final location, whether that's a laboratory or our evidence unit, and then we will write reports on our involvement for those cases.
And do you work in conjunction with law enforcement, like detectives and things like that?
Yes, we do.
So I want to take you back to May 9th of 2022. Were you working in your capacity as a crime scene investigator at that time?
I was the on-call crime scene investigator, yes.
So it might seem self-explanatory, but if you could just sort of describe, what does it mean to be the on-call crime scene investigator?
Our office is staffed until midnight, so any calls that come in after midnight, it goes to the on-call crime scene investigator, where they will take calls from home.
And were you directed as part of your job as the on-call CSI to respond to a location at 2529 Egret Shores Drive in Orlando?
Yes, I was.
And was part of your job to document that scene?
Yes, it was.
At what time, if you recall, was it that you responded to that scene?
I arrived on scene at approximately 5 o'clock that morning.
Was it still dark outside, or had it begun to be light yet?
It was still dark outside.
Were you able to take some photos outside that scene before, I guess, the sun ultimately came up?
Yes.
And Your Honor, I've previously shown opposing counsel what's the mark for identification as states composite H. That's going to be photos. Permission to approach?
Yep.
Let the record reflect. I'm showing the witness what's been marked for identification as states H composite of 6 photos. If you could just take a look at that.
Yes.
And are these photos that you yourself took as part of your duties on the unit?
Yes.
Are they clear and accurate?
Yes.
At this time, the state offers the evidence of the previously marked for identification as state H composite.
Any objections?
No objection.
It's been marked as States Exhibit H for identification. We'll be receiving it evidence as States 4 without objection.
And Your Honor, permission to publish once marked.
Okay.
Now publishing with introduction to state exhibit 4. What are we looking at in this photo?
That's the front door of the residence.
When you say the residence, is that what you understood to be the defendant's residence?
That is correct.
And in this photo?
It's essentially the same photo, just zoomed out a little bit to show more of the surrounding area.
And then are you documenting a white truck in this photo?
Yes.
Appears to be a stop sign. Can you see, I know you have the screen in front of you. Here's I'm circling with a laser pointer. This is document the location for the intersection of the area where this happened.
Yes.
And that white aisle is still visible here, is that correct?
Yes.
And where is this in location to the defendant's residence? We just saw the photos of.
If you were standing facing the residence, this is to the left.
I know it's dark. Obviously, you took some photos of the daylight as well, right?
That is correct.
It's dark in this photo, but what are we looking at here?
That is the victim's car.
In addition, another dark photo of the victim's car.
That is correct.
Now, after the sun did come up that morning, did you document the scene with some daylight photos, sort of capturing different items' location to each other?
Yes, I did.
Let the record reflect, I've previously shown opposing counsel what's been marked for identification as state's composite I-14 photographs. Permission to approach the witness?
You may.
Let the record reflect, I'm showing the witness what's been marked for identification as state's composite I-14 photographs. You could just flip through these and let me know when you're done. And these all photographs that you took during the daylight on May 9th of 2022?
Yes.
Are they clear and accurate?
Yes.
At this time, the state offers the evidence of the previously marked for identification of state's composite I.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
It's been marked as State's Exhibit I for identification will be received into evidence as State's 5 without objection.
Permission to publish once more?
You may.
So what are we looking at in this photo?
That is the white vehicle that was parked in front of the residence.
When we say the resident, you mean the resident you understood as the defendant's resident?
That is correct.
And as we're looking forward in this photograph, what's depicted? Is this a stop sign that you've seen the earlier photo at night of?
Yes.
And then this vehicle here, is that the victim's vehicle?
Yes.
So sort of it would be off screen in this photo, but like if we were to go over into this area, would that be essentially where the defendant's door would be located?
Yes.
So this would be sort of perspective if you're standing in the defendant's door.
Objection as to leading.
Sustained.
What would this be a perspective of where you're standing?
Could you clarify the question?
Right, so where were you standing when you took this photo?
On the right side or the driver's side of the vehicle.
And does this capture the distance between the defendant's residence
Objection, Your Honor. Leading, best evidence rule. May we approach?
No, overruled.
Does this capture the distance between the defendant's residence and the victim's vehicle?
It documents it, yes.
What are we looking at here?
That's the passenger side of the victim's vehicle?
And obviously the door is open.
Correct.
Was the door open when you arrived, or did you open the door?
Can I refer to my report?
Sure.
The front passenger door was open.
And now we're looking at, is this the back passenger door?
The rear passenger, yes.
Now, did you open this door for this photograph?
Yes.
What are we looking at here?
The front quarter panel of the victim's vehicle.
And then this is just a different view of sort of directly into the driver's side of the vehicle.
Yes.
Now, this residence back here, this is not the residence that you were to use. Correct.
That is correct.
And then is this just another photograph with both the front doors open?
That is correct.
What were you documenting with this photo?
That's the driver's seat. There are some red stains on the piece of paper that's on the floorboard.
When you say the red stain, is that if you look at the screen behind you, is that what I'm circling with my laser pointer now?
That is correct.
And what's being depicted here?
That's the cup holder area of the victim's vehicle. There's additional red staining near the shifter.
This area here that I'm indicating with the laser pointer.
That is correct.
That's just a closer view of that.
That is correct.
And then what are we looking at here?
That's the passenger side of the victim's vehicle.
And then what's depicted in this photo?
That was a knife that was on the floorboard, kind of near the end of the seat.
And what seat was that?
The passenger seat, the front passenger seat.
And what are we looking at here?
Another overall of the scene of the front of the residence and the two vehicles in the daylight.
So the front of the residence, you can look at this screen here. If you could just take the laser pointer, can you point out where your understanding of where the defendant's residence was? And then if you could point out with the laser pointer the location of the victim's. Now, in this photograph, is this here on the bottom left side of the vehicle?
Yes, it is.
And so then if you could take a laser pointer and as best you can point out the location of the victim's residence.
This is the white car that was in front of the residence. That is correct.
And then again, this shows the white car from the previous photo,
That is correct.
and then on the right side of the photo is that the door to the left.
Yes.